Join us on this Tea Time Chat where we share our authentic perspectives on all things spiritual.
It's real, it's raw, it's unfiltered.
A quick note before we begin. The views shared in this podcast are our personal perspectives and are intended for educational and entertainment purposes only. This podcast is not medical, psychological, legal, or financial advice. Please use your own discernment and consult a qualified professional where appropriate.
Cosmic Chai and Universal Laws.
Yes! Welcome to Infini-Tea podcast. Today is going to be a fun episode.
Yeah, we're talking about the universal laws. So, ever feel like the universe is throwing signals at you, but you're not quite sure how to read them?
Yes, and it's all about the 12 universal laws.
Yeah.
And they're not just theory. They're real. It's how the universe works. And these laws impact pretty much every aspect of your life. Your emotions, your thoughts, your actions, your choices, and manifestations. So we're going to go over these 12 laws with you today. We're going to give examples and maybe share some stories.
Yeah,
it's going to be a really fun one.
Yeah, story time.
Yeah. And, but, just like I said, like these universal laws they have an impact on each aspect of our lives. And what they define, the laws, are energetic principles that govern reality.
Yep.
That's
just a perfect definition.
The nature, right? Yeah. And they're always operating whether we're conscious or not.
Yeah, like I wanted to say computer like analogy, but I don't know. I just heard like an operating system working in the background, but I don't know if that's true or not because I don't know anything about computers, but that's what I heard.
Well,
like an operating system working in the background.
It is. Yeah, absolutely.
Let's hope that's true.
Yeah.
That's what I heard.
But it is. They're always operating whether we're aware of it or not.
Yeah.
And so how can we make these laws more conscious and maybe learn to be more aware and maybe even learn how to apply these universal laws to improve our lives, increase our manifestation.
Yes.
Just
I honestly work with them, not against them.
Exactly. And I love what's here. It's like aligning with these laws will bring flow, manifestation, and empowerment. Yeah. When you ignore these laws, that's where resistance, repeated patterns, and why is this happening to me often comes into the picture, right?
Oh my gosh, yeah, so true.
So let's start sharing these.
So the first law is the law of divine oneness. The law of divine oneness. Everything is connected. So, example, you're having a bad day, you snap at someone, and later that same energy comes back and affects you. Or a small act of kindness to a stranger brightens your whole day. Your actions, thoughts, and energy ripple outward.
Right.
So I have a really funny story.
Yeah.
I gotta share this one. It's so funny. So, okay. One day I'm having I haven't grounded myself and I can feel myself not centered. And instead of taking the 5 minutes to center myself and release whatever is affecting me and just breathe and ground, I'm like, I got too much to do. And I'm like, I just get in the car and I'm like, I gotta go do all this stuff. I'll deal with my, my ungroundedness later. So I get in the car and I'm driving and I don't know. I don't even remember what somebody did, but they pissed me off. And I'm not in my right?
You're not in your zen.
I'm not in my zen.
Right.
And I'm just trying to rush. And when Cynthia rushes, it's not in her zen. And I'm just finger them because I'm like, fuck, like whatever. It was like something stupid. Maybe they're driving slow. I don't know. And after I fingered them, I was like, oh man, that's gonna come back and bite me in the ass. And like, I swear, literally, like less than a minute later, I know I'm driving, and I think it's the same thing. Somebody was going slow, and I was rushing, and I fingered, like I was just like like fingering, and then I came to like a school zone, so I slowed down because like I'm at a school zone, and the person behind me is like on my ass, right? They're like, go, so I was like, you know, I'm not Zen, so I'm like, fuck you. So I slow down even more. And the guy's like just mad. So, and then we get to like a stop light, and he comes around and he fingers me.
Oh, there you go.
I was like less than a minute. And I was like I just started laughing. And like,
how could you not? It's like, wait a second.
I was like, oh my god, that's so funny. I literally got like, I did it. I knew it was gonna come back, and it came back so fast, and I was laughing, which just pissed the guy off even more. But I was like, whatever, like I don't, it's whatever. But the fact that it happened so quickly, like, was so funny. And I was like, you know what, I deserve that because I have not been a good person on this little errand run, and checkpoint. Like, I got it.
Great example. And that's how quick these laws can work.
Oh gosh.
Sometimes they're instant,
Sometimes
and sometimes they take time.
Yeah.
But that's the thing, is they're always in the background operating, and that's like such a great example. And
I was like,
that
why is
really,
she? But I was like, when he fingered me, I'm like,
he was probably upset that you were laughing.
what the fuck? Like, so it's just so funny.
I love that. That's hilarious. So funny. So yeah, like, and yeah. So there you go. There's a funny little example. Yes.
of
Well,
that-
law of
of that
divine oneness.
law.
There you go. Because everything is connected and it ripples out, right? So, oh, that's too funny.
So we are all connected, and
We are.
And, yeah, the spider web kind of came back to me really quick.
That's too funny, Cynthia. Oh my gosh. Well, let's see. Moving on to number 2, law of vibration. So everything is energy, and it's always moving, and we've talked about this a lot.
Yeah.
So an example of the law of vibration is walking into a room where someone is stressed versus someone being happy. And you feel it immediately when you walk into the room. Or your mood improves when you listen to uplifting music. So ultimately, your inner energy shapes your environment. And that is in relation to the vibration. So you are picking up on that vibration, which totally, I mean, I think most people can relate to this.
I think so. I think almost all of us have met somebody and felt like that energy feeling or that dread feeling, or like have gone into like a room and being like, ooh.
Yeah, you walk in, you're like, oh, the energy in here is
like, you guys been fighting or something?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, I can always pick up on that.
Yeah.
And it's a little bit uncomfortable sometimes.
Yeah.
No matter how hard they think, like people think that they're not, like they're hiding their fight, I can always pick it up because it's that vibration.
Yeah. And as an example, like the last time we filmed, my soul cat was, I think, he was passing. He ended up passing, I think, 3 days later. So Concetta came.
Right.
You can tell that story.
Yes.
And that's just example of how you like.
I tapped into that.
You felt.
Yeah.
You felt the energy.
Yeah, I was driving on my way here, and as I was probably about, I'd say maybe 10 minutes away, this feeling came over me of like sadness and grief, and I actually started crying, and I didn't quite understand it. So I was just feeling this coming here, and when I got here, then I saw her beautiful cat Moses. I could tell I could just tell he wasn't well that day, and I was feeling that. I was feeling the frequency, that
I
vibration.
think you were feeling our sadness,
and
you
feeling
were
your sadness.
you know,
yeah.
like the grief that comes with
right.
the
But
transition.
the fact that I picked it up
so
before I got here
yeah,
is an example of this.
Yep.
You know, it's like
Yeah.
ooh, like, and I really had no idea where it was coming from, but it got stronger, and then I started to recognize, like, oh, okay, this is what I'm picking up. So
Mhm.
that's a great example.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm sensitive to energies. I can definitely pick up things, but I didn't realize that, like, that.
But that's the thing, is like people think like there's boundaries to energy, or to you know, somebody's like, oh well, how do you connect with somebody who's passed away? And I'm like, because they don't have to be in the same room. Like, I don't.
Well, that boundary's gone.
There's no boundaries in that energy realm, I guess.
Right.
Like,
yeah, because the energy is different.
Because everything is energy. So if everything is energy, then nothing is not.
Yeah,
you know, like
exactly.
nothing can be blocked. So
Exactly.
the reason you picked up on it so far back is because you're just tapping into the field. So
yeah,
amazing. Okay. Law 3. Law of correspondence. How many times have we said this? I mean, I'm
I love this one.
almost every episode, right?
Yes.
As above, so below. Inner reflects outer.
Yep.
So, example, your cluttered, chaotic workplace reflects your inner overwhelmed. When you clean and organize, you feel calmer and more focused within.
Yep.
Change your inner world, and you change your outer reality. If you've been with us, you have heard us say this, I don't know how many times.
And you know what? This example is so on point for me. My environment, as soon as my home gets cluttered or messy and things don't get put back in their place, I actually start to get anxious.
Yeah.
And that's when I know it's time to do a deep clean.
Yeah, you're like, spring clean.
It's like, okay, it's time. It's been a few weeks now, and that inner, the inside, right?
Yeah.
It's like, no. As soon as I clean my home, it's like
you can breathe.
Right?
Yeah.
So what about you?
Yes, I definitely, like, my house right now is not the way I want it, but, and I can feel that, you know what I mean? Like, that's why I like to go out in nature and just kind of like have that openness. But yeah, the clutter is huge. And what else affects me? I think aesthetics. Like, I think I'm your classic Libra. Like, it has to be, like, in this room, it's yellow. Like, I have to have bright colors. If I'm stuck in a dark room, I'm just like, I just can't, like.
Yeah, so for you, colors is a reflection of your inner state.
Yeah.
So when you're surrounded by beautiful, because colors are frequency.
Yeah, they bring me peace.
So it's bringing it into you, into yourself, right?
Yeah.
And so, like, there's no mistake in when we connect to certain colors.
When something feels peaceful, I think that's your indication of like you're on the right track there. You know what I mean? Like, and this, I feel like I want to relate this to the dark night of the souls we talk about, right? Because when you heal your inner trauma, your outer reality becomes more peaceful. Becomes more of what brings you peace.
Because you've achieved that peace within.
So, like, if you heal that inner whatever, and your outer reality will reflect whatever peace means to you. I mean, peace to somebody could be like being able to run a marathon, or peace to me is like calm.
Yes.
You know, it's like different for everybody, but yes.
Exactly.
Like,
and again, like, it's that within, without, or as above, so below. They're kind of
all the
similar.
same. Yeah.
Because it's always a reflection. It's the correspondence. It's a reflection back.
Yeah. And I feel like is this the same thing? Because I wrote down, like, when you shift, you know, you go through the dark night of the soul, and then you shift your frequency, and then you might lose some friends.
Yeah.
And that's because these friends don't align with what brings you peace anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And so your outer reality changes because your inner reality, your inner healing has been changed.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's awesome.
So there you go.
Yeah.
That's where we get it from.
Yes.
The law of correspondence.
The law of correspondence. Number 4. Ooh, a very popular one.
Oh, this is a
Law of
good one.
attraction.
I'm sure most of you have heard this one.
Most people know this law.
Yeah.
Yes. So it's all about like attracts like. So an example, if you constantly complain about relationships and feel lonely, then you will meet someone negative because you're putting that energy out and you're going to attract that into your life. Or on the positive, if you focus on gratitude and abundance, the opportunities will flow in. So your dominant thoughts and feelings attract matching experiences.
Oh, that's so.
Right?
I love that. So where your attention goes, the energy flows.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like law of attraction, and I know like law of attraction's been such a big talked about topic. Many people.
But they talk about it in like the manifestation.
Yeah.
But not in like.
But not
every other aspect.
lived in, like true lived
Yeah.
in. Because like, yes, so to manifest something, for example, you know, we're told, well, you have to think of it, dream it, and it'll come to you. Well, that's part of the equation.
Yeah.
But what they neglect or forget to tell you is that it's based on frequency.
Yeah.
So you have to fully believe that you also have received it. It's already given, and then trusting, letting go and trusting that it's going to come to you. We just had this conversation at dinner.
Yeah.
Right?
And I have to also say another part of that equation, for what I've experienced for myself, is that you only receive it when you are at the frequency to accept it. So meaning you can believe that it's coming, you can visualize it, you can be grateful, and you can let it go, but it's not going to come to you until you are at the level to receive it.
So alignment.
Like,
it's about
for
alignment.
me, I've noticed like I've had to do the work, and once I reach a certain level of awareness, then they're like, oh, here you go. And I'm like, oh, thanks. That's been a while. And sometimes it's like instant.
Yes.
You know, because I'm at that frequency to manifest it.
Exactly.
To attract it. Like if you're not at the same frequency of what you're trying to attract, it's not gonna, as much as you try, and girl, I have fucking tried,
and
it's not gonna come.
You're right, and I think too, like if it's something big that you're trying to attract, it may take a little longer.
Yeah.
Versus maybe if it's something smaller.
Yeah.
It depends on what's the fastest way that the universe can bring that to you.
It's coming, but it's divine timing.
Yes.
Like they know where you're going, what you need, what your plans are. Like they see the whole path of your life. And you know, if you're wanting something, obviously it's in your reality, like it's in your awareness for a reason. But you also have to align with it.
Yes.
You know, like
and believe it. Believe
like,
it in the sense of like feel it, know it, believe it. Not just believe it, but like I know I'm getting this.
Yeah, but can you get to that I know I'm getting this without shifting your frequency through Dark Night of the Soul and stuff?
It's an ebb and a flow, and that's why things take longer. Because sometimes you kind of have to go like this and like this, right?
Yeah.
For the big things.
For the big things.
For the big things.
Like if you're like, what was it the other day? Oh, it was today. I went to get us coffee. And I'm like, oh, I'm running late. So I'm like, oh, please, I'm driving there. I'm like, please, angels, just make there be no lineup. Because it's a popular, like a local coffee shop. I'm like, oh, please just let there be no lineup. Nobody in front of me, okay? Like I'm in a rush. I just want to have like a good, you know, calm interaction and not have to wait in line. So I'm parking and I see this woman like, who's going up the stairs in front of me. And I'm like, oh shit, there's somebody in front of me. And so I park and I go in and she just starts looking at the cookies and stuff.
Oh.
And I was like, and the cashier's like, oh, she's just looking there. I can help you.
There you go.
So it was like literally that instant, like, and I was worried that there was somebody in front of me, but no. They were like, no, she's looking over there.
Yeah.
I'll help you.
Exactly.
So it's like,
Yeah.
it's that fast when it's something, you know,
Yeah,
that
I
you're
noticed that
like,
too.
this girl needs coffee. Let's just.
Right. I've noticed it too. Like things manifest so much faster
Yeah.
in the energy that we're in right now.
Yeah.
And this is a word of caution too.
Yeah.
It's
Watch
like-
your words.
Because we have entered an energetic phase where things are manifesting faster. So if you have to be conscious of what you're saying, speaking, putting out there, because that is going to manifest faster.
Yeah.
But you know, back to like what I was saying here about you know, complaining, being negative, you know, and we know people like that in our life that kind of seem to be stuck in those. Well, what do they attract to themselves all the time? It's
Chaos.
Constant drama.
Yeah.
Constant chaos, because they're constantly in that, and that's what they attract into their life.
It's the cycle. Yeah.
Right? Whereas, you know, shifting and saying, well, you know, I am grateful for the positive, aligned people in my life. I always give gratitude for everything. At the end of every day, I go through my list of gratitude and I thank people, places, things, experiences, whether they were good or bad. Thank you for that. Thank you for the experience. Thank you for the day spent with Cynthia. Thank you for the opportunity. I do this whole thank you because I am grateful for these, and then I just keep receiving these beautiful things back. Like, again, it's how we attract, right?
Yeah. It's kind of, is that like the mantras?
It could be, yeah, it could be, but gratitude to me is prayer. And it's a very high frequency, of course, going back to the frequency scale.
The map of
Gratitude.
consciousness.
And when you're grateful, you're coming from a place of my glass is half full, rather than
Okay,
the glass of half
and then
empty.
you're pulling the more half full stuff.
And
in.
I'm pulling more, or you're pulling from a glass full, I should say, where you keep receiving and then you're overflowing in abundance, right? So it's just like...
Yeah, because the more you are grateful, the more comes in, the more you're grateful, more that makes you even more grateful.
Exactly.
Like it's like
And the universe is like, she wants more gratitude.
Yeah.
She wants more.
Yeah.
We're gonna give it to her. She loves that. Great.
Yeah.
So and if you're complaining, the universe isn't going to give you more of that.
Oh, she wants more complaining because she's complaining. We'll give her more complaining.
Exactly. So
it's so true.
Law of attraction, like we're always manifesting in every moment.
Yeah.
That's the thing. It's just like be conscious.
Yeah.
Your
it is
thoughts,
every
your
moment.
words, your actions, and your frequency.
I have noticed it a lot, like especially the last couple months. It's been insane.
Yeah.
Like I there's a few like things, like I had this thing on my lip and I was like, oh, like it was getting worse and worse, and I'm like, one day I'm like, you know what? No, I'm done with this. You go away. And like within like an hour it was gone. And I was like, what just happened? I was like shocked myself. I was like, I can't believe I just did that. Like it really is sped up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is. More so than I've ever experienced before.
No,
so
yeah.
I love it.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, my turn.
Yeah.
Law number 5, the law of inspired action. Manifestation requires aligned steps. So example, you dream of starting a business, but you only visualize it without taking action. Nothing changes. When you create a plan, network, and take steps, opportunities appear. Energy plus action equals results.
Yes. And I think this plays in with that law of attraction.
Yes.
I think they work together.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Because let's be honest, you want to manifest a car, well, it's not going to come to you unless you actually do something.
Yeah.
You have to take some kind of aligned action.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, and I feel like it could be, it's just different for everybody because it just depends on your path, where you are in your life's contract. Like there's so many variables.
Yeah.
When it's bigger stuff.
Yes.
Even smaller stuff, but bigger stuff, like the car thing or starting a business, it's, yeah, you definitely have to take the action.
Well, I mean, with starting a business, I mean, you and I both, you know, working on our businesses. Well, if you're not doing anything, the business isn't gonna do anything.
Yeah.
You have to actually take the steps.
Yeah.
From inception to the next step to the next step, right? And
Yeah.
it is like you're always putting that action in, but that becomes part of your manifestation because now the universe is like, she's moving in the right direction.
Yeah.
And so now we're gonna bring again
opportunity,
manifesting that, right? So in conjunction with law of attraction, they do work, I think.
You know, it's so funny because with my books, they haven't like taken off like I visualized, but that's not the point of them. And every time I think I'm just gonna shut them down, I win an award.
Oh.
It comes out of the blue, and I'm just like, oh, okay, maybe I'm not supposed to shut them down. And then I connect with spirit, and they're like, no, there's a greater purpose. Like, please keep sharing them. And so I'm like, okay.
And you know what though? I think that you are going to receive.
It's it for sure.
Like there is going to be a reciprocating.
It's coming.
Manifestation for that.
Yeah, but the beautiful receiving that is happening right now is that it's helping children.
Yes.
And it's so beautiful. Like I can't see who it's helping, but it's not helping children on the magnitude that I was envisioning, I guess. But that's just because it's taking its time. It's divine timing. You have to also trust, right?
Yes.
You visualize, you have faith, you trust, but you still keep taking the steps. So I still do like the book signings, and I still promote it, and I do things, and I just trust that the beautiful books are having that gift. And eventually, hopefully, it will.
Well, there's going to come a time.
There's
going to come a time when you've taken the steps.
Yeah.
And it'll just align you.
Yes.
And it'll just be like boom.
Because here's the thing: these aren't books that are just like nothing. Like they were channeled to me from spirit, and they are all about love. They're about loving ourselves and loving each other. Love. It's love. It's love based. And spirit gave me the mission or the I don't know mission statement, I guess. They told me that the books that I write are illuminating the world with love through books. That's what they told me. And so like if it were just something I concocted in my head, I would have like let it go a long time ago. But the fact that spirit guided and downloaded these messages, these books, the words through me, I like have this like honor for them that I'm not like, I sometimes get really down, like I'm gonna shut it down, and then like I said, like the spirit, the universe is like, no.
Because you know what I believe too, Cynthia, is like these books are also part of anchoring this frequency.
Yes,
for this next generation, and you're just helping. You're
it's expanding the consciousness.
It's the ripple.
Yeah, because the way it's written,
is
honestly, I feel like they're expanding consciousness.
Yes,
through love.
Exactly.
Through the portal of love. So. Yeah.
Beautiful.
So there you go.
Aww. All right. Number 6, law of perpetual transmutation of energy. Energy is constantly changing. And we know that because going back to Einstein, that said energy can neither be destroyed or energy cannot be destroyed. It is
It just changes.
It just continuously changes. I can't remember.
Or like the only constant is change.
The only constant in life is change.
Yeah.
Exactly, because energy is constantly shifting.
Yeah.
Constantly. It never stays the same.
Well, you know what they just showed me? Spirit just showed me is your cells.
Yeah.
Your cells are constantly changing
Well, they're
and
dying and
rejuvenating.
rejuvenating.
Yeah.
Dying and
But
rejuvenating.
you yourself are literally changing constantly.
Every moment, every
Like,
second. Yeah.
Physically, like
Yeah.
your physical
Exactly.
cells. So.
And then when this physical body is done in this lifetime, it now shifts and changes into spirit, which is a different form.
Yeah.
So it's a constant shifting. I love that.
Yeah. Oh.
So an example is, okay, feeling anger at work. Instead of bottling it, you go for a run or journal or transform it into motivation or insight.
Yes.
So you can consciously shift energy instead of being stuck in it. This is so connected to healing.
Is that not what a dark night of the soul is?
You're transmuting energy.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You are literally transmuting your...
Constantly.
Yeah.
Well, if we choose it.
Yeah.
If we choose it. Because a lot of times some people get stuck in that and then they just perpetuate and manifest.
Yeah.
The law of attraction.
And I'm like...
Right?
Yeah. And I love like the angels because they're like, remember your surgery? I was in that loop.
Yeah.
And then they were like, you gotta shift this. And so that's where, you know, like, that was the beginning of a multiple, like, awareness shifting and just, like, taking the, like you said, if you're angry at work, instead of bottling it up, you take it and you transmute it. That's, to me, that is what Dark Night of the Soul is.
And another great example of this is if you're the cycle breaker in your family, you're transmuting ancestral trauma. So when you take on the sacred work of doing the healing, and you're really doing the work, you are transmuting that lineage.
You're changing
that because in the transmutation of it, you're doing the work to heal it, you're shifting it into a different state.
Peaceful love.
Peace, love, acceptance.
Oh, that's so true.
You transmute it through your healing so that you now break the cycle. So that's another great example.
That's such a good example.
Right?
Yeah. See how everything we've talked about is related to these laws?
Right? I just love it.
We don't just pick this shit out of the air, although we kind of do, but no.
Actually, I mean, a lot of it is guided,
yeah.
but a lot of it really just kind of, it flows for us.
Yeah, it's out of the air from spirit. We're like, spirit's giving us this and this.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I know, because like we don't really sit there and think of how should we do this. It doesn't come like that. It's like we have an idea, but then it evolves and spirit's like, no, it has to, I think we have to shift this here and we have to arrange things, and it just gets,
because we have that inner trust in ourselves and our connection to the source and within each other.
Yes.
That is just a beautiful, like, synergy and partnership. Like, this is what a partnership should look like in any form. Is like love for self, right? Yourself.
Yes.
Love for each other. And you both have that, like, respect and trust in self and each other.
Reciprocity.
It's beautiful. It's like the infinity sign. It's just like a beautiful flow of like flow.
Yeah, it's
flow. Energy flow.
Yes.
So number 7, the law of cause and effect. So this one, I think a lot of most people know. So law of cause and effect. Every action has a reaction. Example, you gossip about someone and later experience betrayal in your own life. Or you constantly help others and get unexpected support in return. Life is reflecting your choices back to you. So it's kind of similar to the law of divine oneness.
Similar.
Because, like, where my example of, like, I fingered somebody and then, like, they fingered me right back, like another person fingered me. My reaction, or my action, had a reaction. But what I think it's mostly people would relate to is using the word karma in this situation.
Yes, you're
Right?
right.
Like, ooh, they got their karma.
Mhm.
And I'm like, okay, first of all, karma is neutral, y'all. Like, karma is not a bad thing, okay? I fucking love karma because it is just a reflection of things either I have need to learn and fix in myself, or pat on the back from the universe because I've done good and they're returning it to me.
Mhm.
Karma is, I feel like, when something, like, for example, when I fingered somebody and then they fingered me, like another person fingered me back, to me, that's like that negative karma, right? Like,
Well, it's showing you the reaction for your action.
Yeah,
like
but-
you did this, so this is now what's gonna
Yeah,
come back,
but
right?
what about when you help people and
Yeah.
then the beautiful support that comes back to you?
Exactly.
That's
also
karma
too. Yes,
right?
it's true. And so this too, like it comes back to like the choices that you make. So like
Yes.
relating back to every day, we all make choices every day, every
Yeah.
moment. And sometimes if you make a bad choice, a poor choice, that law of cause and effect is gonna come back to you to show you,
Mm-hmm.
hey, like it has to be that way,
Yeah.
because otherwise how do people learn? And then it's about accountability for things that maybe are negative, but also to show you where you have learned,
Mm-hmm.
and to show you, hey, like that was a really good choice, and now
Yeah.
it's like, hey, this is what you're getting back.
Yeah.
So good and bad karma, like you said, is neutral, but it's
Yeah.
always going to reflect that choice that you put out,
It's so true.
right?
And every time, like, it's funny because the last few weeks I have been saying to myself, every action has a reaction. Every action has a reaction. And so it just kind of helps me live my life. Like I was having sort of like, we were talking about a few weeks ago how we were feeling like the energy it was affecting like our hormones, both of us. Like it was weird. Like
it was really weird.
there was a lot of purging, I guess,
Mhm.
like in the ethers, and it was like really affecting our bodies. And I could feel like the irritation, and I kept like I felt myself like, oh, I'm gonna snap at Chris, and then I'm like, nope, Cynthia, a reaction has a reaction. Let it go, or let it like realize that this is just a purge and accept it. Say, I see you. Okay, I release you. And it worked. Like, it really worked because I consciously was telling myself, like reminding myself that you don't have to give into these moments. Like, you can work through them.
And just being conscious
of it.
Always being conscious of your choices. And like another literal example of that is like a little kid learning about, well, if like you mentioned, I think in another episode where a child touches something that's
the
hot.
stove, yeah.
Well, so that's an action.
Yeah.
That there's going to be a reaction for
Mhm.
that. They're going to get that reaction. They're going to get burned.
Shoot, yeah.
So that's how they learn.
Yeah.
So karma
It's the
in
same
that
thing.
it's the same thing.
For
It's
adults.
like for adults, for children, but it's just like another very simple example of like what you do is going to have a consequence or a reaction.
100%.
Physical, mental, emotional.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, it's always happening.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Energy's always changing and moving.
Exactly.
Yep.
I think you're next.
Oh, I did cause and effect.
Oh, you did cause and
Yeah.
effect. Okay.
Number 8.
My turn. So number 8. Ooh, my favorite.
Ooh.
Number 8. Law of compensation. You are rewarded for what you give.
So here's the positive of karma.
Yes. Or another way I've heard this term is law of reciprocity. I think that's another term I've heard used for this.
Okay.
I could be wrong.
That makes sense. Like, yeah.
Reciprocity, compensation is kind of like the same thing. So an example is that you volunteer, or you help your friends, or you go that extra mile at work to help. And soon an unexpected benefit appears. new opportunities, connections, or recognition. So ultimately, the energy you put out returns in kind, whether that is positive or negative. Now, I know it sounds similar to law of cause and effect, but again, it's similar, but it's not, because again, it's like the reason why I think I'm relating this to law of reciprocity is because let's talk about, like, again, the reciprocity, like, of money. Where, you know, if you do a service or provide a service for someone, the law of compensation or reciprocity is that you receive payment, whether that be money or a return in energy or whatever it is. So it's always, there's always has to be some type of back and forth, because energy constantly has to flow. Now, I mean, it drives me crazy when people are like, well, if you're doing healing, you shouldn't be charging. It's like, well, you know what? If you do healing or do work or whatever it is for people for free, would you work for free?
Well, you're showing the universe that you don't value your energy and your time.
Right.
And then what's going to happen is they're going to be like, okay, then we're going to give you more. And just, what does that do? It will affect your boundaries, and it will stress you out.
Exactly.
It has to be like, I feel like it has to be intention driven. Like, there's volunteering your time and energy to help, but that is a choice and not a constant. When you are just giving everything of yourself and you're not valuing your own worth and filling your cup again, then you're just showing the universe that you don't value yourself. Like, there's you can value yourself and say, I'm going to go and donate my time, I'm going to donate my service. That's different than people telling you you have to give it for free and you feeling guilty and thinking, oh, I got to give it for free. Like, everything is energy, everything is an exchange, and if you don't value yourself and just do things for free, then that's what the universe is going to give you.
It's going to give you more of the people that don't value your worth.
Yes.
Or they're going to try to negotiate,
like attracts like,
or bargain.
Kind of thing. You're showing the universe and they're giving it back to you.
Exactly. So that's why for me this feels more in line with reciprocity. Compensation, like it's you're every time you give, the universe will always give back in some form, and it may not always come back in the same.
Well, here's the thing: if you're giving because you feel like you have to give,
but
you're not going to get rewarded by the universe. The universe is the karma is going to come back to you based on how you feel, the feeling you had when you gave.
Exactly, because like with volunteering, for example, like
you're giving with your heart.
Yes.
And that love, that frequency comes back to you.
Exactly. Or sometimes it'll come back in different ways. Like for me, I love volunteering. I've done quite a bit of it, and I always go with like, I just love it. There's no expectations.
It's a gift from your heart.
But I also receive from the volunteering. First of all, I work with a beautiful group of people that are amazing. And what I get is connection. I get, my heart gets full. And I also receive like the love from people as well. It's just like, that's what I receive, and I don't do it for anything, but
because that's what you're putting out in your heart.
Exactly.
But if you are like listening to those people that say you should do healing for free, you're not going to be putting out that same love.
No.
You're going to be like, oh, okay, I have to do this.
Yeah,
and that's a lower vibration.
That is a lower vibration.
The vibration of that comes back to you.
You're so true. It's so true. Yeah. So like that one's a big one. But you are rewarded for what you give, and rewarded in a way where it's not like hard reward, like this for that. It's the way that it comes to you is the way that it'll come to you, however it comes.
Yeah, I feel like frequency is a very good, like, it's rewarded through the frequency.
Yes, exactly.
However that is,
Yeah.
I guess.
Exactly.
Yeah. And also I've heard that like it's rewarded like tenfold back. Wonder if like do you believe in that?
Well, I mean, I know I've heard that if you, like if you give, the universe will always reward you back with more. I've heard of that, and I mean, yeah, I do believe that. But again, it comes in different ways.
Yeah.
Like we automatically just assume that it's going to come in the form of like either money or material, but there's abundance is in so many different forms.
Yeah.
It could come in so many different ways.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
And it's just like
that's true.
opening up to all of those possibilities that abundance and like manifestation and abundance can come in multiple forms.
Yeah.
Physical, energetic, emotional, spiritual, like just being open to that.
Yeah.
Right? Does that make sense?
Yeah, it totally does.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
Okay, next one, number 9. Law of relativity. Everything is related. So example, you feel stressed about a mistake at work, but looking back, it wasn't really a big deal. Someone else might see the same issue as life-changing. How you perceive events shapes your experience. I think we've talked about this a lot, about like shifting your perspective shifts your reality.
Yeah.
Similar to, I think, the kind of the law of correspondence, like the heal within and you change your outer reality. It's similar in that when you heal your inner world, your perception changes, and then you're able to see things differently.
Yeah, exactly.
Like you see a higher perspective.
Well, so I think though, like in it's all relative, is what I hear. Like what you experience. So like for example, like you feel stressed about a mistake, but looking back, it wasn't a big deal. So you're looking back and saying, oh, okay, like it's not that big a deal. You've shifted your perspective on something. And you're looking at it going, well, in hindsight, in the grand scheme of things, it really wasn't a big deal. Having that higher perspective.
Yeah.
You've now taken in that bigger perspective. It's like, yeah, like why was I stressed? It wasn't a big deal.
Yeah.
But like to someone else, because of their perspective, it was like life-changing or more devastating or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, perspective for sure. How you perceive events shapes your experience. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because perception is the consciousness that you're perceiving at that moment. How you're viewing things.
It is your level of consciousness, really.
Understanding it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very true. You're 10.
Oh, I'm 10. Thank you. Number 10, law of polarity. And everything has an opposite. And this is, we talk about duality a lot. Duality, polarity. Here's an example. You can only appreciate joy because you've experienced sadness. You notice courage after fear.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but people who say, oh, that's bullshit, I call bullshit on their bullshit. Because honestly, you can experience joy without sadness, but you cannot experience the level of joy, I think, without having it taken away.
But can you? But can you really? Like, how do you know what joy is if you don't know what sadness is? Like, think about it at its most, like, in infant state. Like,
here's the example
right?
that comes to me, because people are going to be like, yeah, I'm joyful, I don't have to be sad. What I'm seeing is when I lost the ability to walk is when I really appreciate my ability to go up and down the stairs.
Right.
I used to fly up and down those stairs, And it took me almost a year, more than a year, maybe almost 2 years, to be able to go up and down the stairs without holding onto the railing. And it took me about 4 years, 4 or 5 years before I could fly down the stairs again. Or longer. It took a long time. I did not appreciate my ability to fly up and down those stairs until the ability was taken away from me.
Right.
Like, and if that didn't happen, I would be like, oh yeah, I fucking I can go up and down the stairs. I appreciate that. It's great.
Mm-hmm.
But I would not appreciate it as much as I appreciate it now, having gone through the challenge, the darkness.
Would you even have called it appreciation prior to that? You wouldn't even have thought about it.
I wouldn't even have
It's
thought
just
of it.
automatic. You just automatically walking up and down the stairs, not giving any thought to it.
Yeah.
Not even understanding it until.
It's like, yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
It's like if you have like a bronchitis, then you're like, oh fuck, I really appreciated being able to breathe.
But before that, you didn't even
you
think
didn't
about it
you're
because
just
it's
breathing.
just automatic. So
Yeah.
this is what I'm saying. Is like, how do you really
So
know?
you think you're
joy.
You think you can experience joy, but you don't know that's what I'm saying. You don't know
Yeah.
the level, the depth of joy you can experience until you have had the opposite.
Exactly.
It's like,
exactly. And like this is so well, and I mean like polarity, obviously it's everything is playing out right now in our collective with the the global stuff. There's a lot of polarity, duality playing out right now in the world, and we're seeing it more and more. But what's beautiful about it is that the crazier things get, the darker things that are being exposed, the more when you shift through your healing now can have the higher awareness perspective and see the beauty in all of it. There's always an opposite.
Yeah.
So the darker the experience, the higher you rise.
Yeah, like
does that make sense?
Like the more crazy some government people get, the more that the collective comes together and supports each other and is like, this is crazy, like, and yeah, it's like,
yeah,
it helps you see like the good within each other.
It brings out the opposite of what
is
you know
happening.
exactly. So
Mm-hmm.
with all of the hate and the divide and the anger, I'm also witnessing so much more love and unity.
Yeah.
And that's the beauty of it.
Building.
It's like it's just the opposite.
And when we have had that other stuff not happened.
Yes.
I don't think
exactly.
Not to this level. This
Not
is the
to this
point.
level. Yeah.
This is a whole new level. Like, you can have joy without sadness, but once you have the sadness, the joy that you feel is a whole new level.
Yeah.
It's like the sun and rain analogy, right? Like, it's all just, it's not black and white. Like, joy is not black and white. Joy has many levels. Everything has an opposite, and they all have different levels, like, so, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, this is a really big one. It's
a
big.
good one.
Yeah. And just knowing that opposites help you define, grow, and evolve. Because how do you grow if you don't experience the opposite? You need to have that contrast in order to know what it is you don't want, so that you know what it is that you do want.
I mean, is that not the whole childhood trauma?
Yeah.
You kind of have the trauma to then come out of it and be like, I don't fucking want that shit. I love myself. The power that I have now after going through the 10 years of healing, there's no way. I know for a fact I would not be this person if I did not go through that.
Right. And so because it was such a dark,
it was so heavy, right? The opposite was
now
big.
you've come out
Exactly.
over here.
Exactly. That's what I'm talking about, the levels.
Right.
You can have little ones or you can have huge ones.
Exactly.
They are opposite and they're beautiful. Like,
Yeah. But you need to have that in
Yeah.
order to appreciate and understand.
yeah.
Because if we all just had one flat line,
Like, why are we here then?
right?
Like, the whole point of being human is to experience the duality and to grow
Exactly.
as a soul. You can't do this in the soul realm. It's all light and love and peace, and it's beautiful. Don't get me wrong. It's home, but it's that level. And if you wanna
Earth is the place you come to learn
that's it.
about duality
That's
and
it.
polarity, and that's
Yeah.
why we're here.
Yeah.
That is why we're here. We're here to experience it. It's part of how we evolve and
Yeah.
grow. And when you understand that when you're going through periods of time that are not the greatest, know that there's an opposite to that, and that you can get to that, but you have to go through that experience so that you can get to the opposite of it.
That's
of
why I
it.
say there's every struggle is a gift.
Yeah.
In disguise. And that, I think, is the thing. The struggle is the heaviness and the opposite is the gift.
Yeah.
And when you work through it, that's how you get to the other side, right?
Exactly.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. That may be my favorite one. 11. Law of rhythm. Life has cycles and patterns. Preach.
Yes.
Woo. Example, you feel low during a busy week, but after rest and reflection, energy returns. Seasons, personal growth, even relationships have ebbs and flows. Embrace cycles instead of resisting them.
Yes.
I mean, everybody talks about this, but Mother Nature, she's got her 4 cycles.
Absolutely.
She doesn't resist them. She is in flow with her rhythm.
Yeah.
Right? Law of rhythm. And she just allows.
Yes.
And I feel like sometimes we try to control so much. We were just talking about this. That's so funny. So we try to control so much that we lose the flow of the opportunities that are coming our way, maybe sometimes.
Well, if we resist, we block the flow.
Yeah.
So,
but yeah, every pattern repeats too. Yeah.
Absolutely. I just heard something.
Me
in
too.
the corner over there.
Yeah.
Something. Yeah, me too. You did. Okay. So it wasn't
That's
just
why I looked.
Yeah,
It's like,
hello. So yeah, like I agree.
I also saw a shadow move across the thing earlier, and I was like, okay, well, whatever.
Yeah,
we're in that.
But it's so true. Like, life is full of cycles, and learning to go through the cycles with surrender and knowing that it's okay, that this is we're just going through a storm, or we're going through a phase, and it might be uncomfortable. Just know that it's just a normal part of how life evolves. And same with relationships. I mean, how many times have we been in friendships where, they evolved and they, the cycle ends, or maybe there's a break.
Yeah.
And then maybe you come back to it. It's just like a natural ebb, a natural flow. It's a natural rhythm. Everything flows.
Yeah.
And allowing it to happen is the best thing we can do.
So much, like, it's so...
Like, because resistance is what causes the
peaceful
pain.
to just, it's
Right?
so true. Like, if something is, like, if something's resisting, you gotta look and ask yourself why. What is the pattern trying to show me? Because, like, there's patterns that, like, are trying to show you so that you would stop it and you can change it, right? Change your energy, change it.
But those are patterns.
Those are patterns.
Yeah,
but like everything has a rhythm, though, right?
Yes. But I think this is more. I suppose.
I feel like there's cycles, and then there's cycles within the cycles.
Yeah, cycles and patterns.
Like in a relationship, you can have patterns repeating.
Yes.
Cycles repeating. Yeah. And they're not there to just repeat like Mother Nature, you know, with her seasons. They're there to actually show you
Yes.
what you need to shift in your reality,
Yeah.
in your life.
And again, like choosing to see those
the
patterns, the awareness, and we keep coming back to that, the awareness, conscious choices that we make. It's like, hey, you know, I've been through this before, or these patterns keep happening, or why does this keep happening?
And then it's like goes back to other laws, like the law of attraction. So if it's keep happening, well, what am I doing to keep it happening? So like they all kind of work together, right?
Yeah. But yeah, law of rhythm. And then of course, like we said, Mother Nature, like she's got her own natural rhythm. Her weathers, her cycles, or the storms, or
so there's like a thing too. There's the natural rhythms that we want to go with the flow in.
Yes.
And then there's like the pattern
patterns.
rhythms that we want to be aware of.
Exactly. Both again, good and bad, or from a neutral state, but there's always that perspective, right?
Yeah.
So what is it that you're experiencing?
Yeah.
And if you're experiencing negative, what is it that you're doing relative to any of these laws and is bringing that experience to you? Or if it's good, then obviously you're doing something right relative to what these laws are. Because again, like it said, these are always happening, whether you're aware of it or not, in every moment.
Every second.
Right?
Yeah.
Whew. All right, last one. Law of gender. Balance of masculine and feminine energies. So you push aggressively. This is an example. You push aggressively for results, which is a masculine energy, but you never slow down to listen, feel, or create, which is the feminine energy. When you balance action with reflection, creativity and flow appear. And harmonizing giving and receiving, doing and being, action and intuition creates balance. And I love this so much because I know we've talked about this as well, that we each within us have masculine and feminine, and ultimately we want to balance. But oftentimes, depending on our programming, traumas, whatever's happened to us, we will always kind of tend to be more in one or the other. Sometimes a lot of women tend to be more in their masculine because of the experiences they had, or vice versa. Not that there's anything wrong or no judgment, but what it's showing us is that only when you can come into balance will you have the flow of how things are to work, because you can do and be. Doing is masculine, being is feminine. You can do and be. You can.
This is sort of like that duality again, but in the masculine feminine energy.
Exactly.
Right? Like I was in the other episode talking about Moses passing, and it's like I am so happy he's home, right, in spirit, but I'm also like completely devastated and grieving and sad that I don't physically have them here with me. So it's like you can be both.
You can
be, and you you should. Like I wrote down here as a nature example, like the harshness of the cold winter, but it's also so peaceful.
Yeah.
Or the harshness of a hot summer, but it's also joyful and rejuvenating.
Yeah.
So like even Mother Nature has her balance.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. And it's the traits that we exhibit, whether it be masculine or feminine, that are always kind of showing us energetically which one we're maybe out of alignment in. Like, I don't know, like we were talking earlier about how like the old me used to be very controlling, organized, very time management. Like I was always planning and doing and planning and doing. I was very much in my masculine state, always like needing to do, like control. And then I've, through my own journey of healing and stuff, and I've had to let a lot of stuff go, I've come more into my feminine, where I'm like more allowing, more trusting. Yes, I still do have to maintain order, but I'm not attached to it. It's not running me anymore. I'm now allowing my feminine to be like, you know what? If I don't get to it today, it's okay. I'm more forgiving. I'm more present, rather than thinking of what I have to do next week or next month, or do you know what I mean? So it's the being and the doing, and trying to find that balance. And when you do, it feels good. It's like, it just feels good. Do you know what I'm saying?
I like it.
Yeah. So
Well, there you go.
So these are the 12 laws, universal laws, and yeah. So basically, time to do our tea time truth bomb.
Ooh.
So the universe is always talking to you. Every synchronicity, challenge, or blessing is the universe whispering, here's your lesson, here's your flow, and are you listening?
I love that.
Right?
I love that. Oh, yeah. So for tea time takeaway, we're suggesting you pick one of the you pick one of the laws and work with it.
Yeah. Like
and see what happens.
Apply it, work with it this coming week, and see how.
So like I have like an example, law of attraction. You can try a mantra like, I receive all the love and support I give out, and then notice what happens in the next few days, or whatever, whatever speaks to you, whatever mantra.
Yeah.
And see what happens.
I like it.
Yeah.
I think that's a really good way to end.
Yeah.
And I hope you guys enjoyed this educational episode today. So once again, we ask that you please like, share, and subscribe. And I think, is there anything else you would like to?
No, I think if you're looking for like a spiritual coach, links are below for Concetta.
Thank you.
I have a lot of stuff on Substack. Links below my website. You can get through all that. So just give our websites a
check it out.
cheeky boo, and
we've got some amazing stuff to offer for sure. So thank you so much for joining us today, and we love you.
Bye.
Bye.